Well, it looks like Amber Heard has gone and literally destroyed her case in this libel lawsuit with Johnny Depp and The Sun and the news group. She has literally destroyed her own credibility now. And we're going to take a quick look. We've got 3 websites we're going to take a look at. And some of them is just like, come on now. Are you seriously saying this happened? If you remember, the other video I done the other day was regarding the bodyguard for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, who was with him in Australia for this 3-day bender that supposedly that Amber Heard got so upset, she had this thrown at her, that thrown at her, Johnny was in a fits of rage, he was drunk, he was high, he was everything. But she never had a mark on her, but Johnny Depp had a cigarette burn on his cheek, and he also lost the tip of his finger. Let's jump on into it. So this one is from Sky News first. Johnny Depp libel trial. Amber Heard tells court actor threw bottles like grenades. On day 3 of Amber Heard's evidence, the court hears about bottles throwing, a cigarette burn, and dogs pistol and boo. Amber Heard says Johnny Depp hurled 30 or so glass bottles. That's a hell of a lot of bottles, isn't it? And none of them hit her. At her like grenades during a 3-day situation. She alleges took place in Australia in March 2015. So, day 3 of her testimony in the witness box, Heard told the court the room was left covered with broken glass and that the only bottle Depp didn't throw at her was a magnum-sized bottle of wine. However, Eleanor Laws, QC, representing Johnny, put it to Heard that it was in fact her who threw the bottles at Depp. You worked yourself into a rage screaming at him and threw a glass bottle. She added, because you would get yourself into rages on occasion. And if you remember, we've actually seen that there's medical notes and documentation against Heard, saying that she does have rage-induced fits, and she's also, a drink and drugs addict. So, no, I got angry at times, but not into a rage that would cause me to throw anything at him. Okay, Miss Heard? Miss Laws? I'm going to suggest you threw a bottle at his head and it smashed the mirror behind him, which is actually what we've heard other people say. We've heard other people say as well that she done a lot of things and she's now trying to come out and literally save, oh, well, this happened, but everyone's not buying it. I only threw things to escape him when he was doing this to me. Sometimes that's all I had. Okay, if he was doing that to you, how could you throw things at him? When he's meant to be, when that's actually happening to someone, they're in close proximity. So how can you grab someone to throw at him if you're that close? Heard said she had purposely smashed one bottle, which she said occurred on day 2 of the trip when Johnny had already been drinking when they argued over whether or not he was going to consume any more alcohol. She told the court Depp was taunting her, saying, he said, oh yeah, you want it, here, take it. And that point, drinking had already been. He had already given it up for a while and it was on the list of if this happens, I leave sort of thing. It was no fly. And he gestured to offer it to me and I reached to take it and he pulled it back. He was teasing me. He said it again and he'd done it again. All the times in my head he said that I saved his life and I thought honestly I could short circuit. So I reached for it a second time and I smashed it on the floor in between Johnny and I. I regret I did that. Why? Why do you regret that? Heard said it was at this point that Depp began throwing bottles at her. He started picking them up one by one and throwing them like grenades. One after the other, in my direction. I felt glass breaking behind me. I retreated more into the bar and he didn't stop. I was too scared to look behind me. He threw all the bottles that were in reach. All except for one, which was a celebratory magnum-sized bottle of wine. So there was 30 bottles in his vicinity. 30 bottles. Not 3, not 13, not 20, not 25, but 30 bottles. That's a hell of a lot of bottles. He threw 30 or so bottles at her during the alleged row, which she said mostly took place downstairs. I'm going to stop that by there. If you remember, the bodyguard, Mr. Wood, said, no, she's the one who started everything. She was the one who always said she was leaving, she was doing this, she was doing that. Johnny would plead with her, and she'd come back, would grab her bags, and her bags were empty. Psychological warfare this girl is playing. The court also returned to a finger injury Depp suffered in Australia, where he lost the tip of his digit. Heard said this was self-inflicted after he smashed a phone against the wall. Depp's lawyer said this was inconceivable, which is very, very true, because you throw a phone at a wall. Okay, I'm throwing it at a wall to smash it. How can I be close to the wall if I'm smashing it, if I'm throwing it? Again, she makes no sense, and she's ruining her own case now with this. Depp told the court last week that his finger was damaged after she threw a vodka bottle at him. This injury was you throwing a bottle in his direction, smashing it down and severing the tip of his finger with glass, wasn't it? Obviously, she came back with no. The court was also a photo of Depp, which appeared to show him with a cigarette burn on his cheek. She said, "Oh, I didn't do that. Johnny does it right in front of me. He often did things like that." So, you've got Johnny Depp, who has been with nearly every single famous woman in the world. None of them has said a bad thing about him. None of them has said he used to do this to him. He used to do that to him. He used to self-harm. He used to do everything that Heard is saying. So why is it all of a sudden that Heard is the only one who's seen him do all of this? Even though there's video recordings, there's photo evidence, and there's also secret voice recordings, where she's the one who is on every single piece of documentation, she's doing it. Heard had previously said Depp would hurt himself, and yes, they told the court he was a self-harmer. After being played an audio recording which appeared to capture another argument between the couple, Miss Laws asked Heard, "Is it true that sometimes you got so angry you lose it?" Miss Heard replied, "Sometimes I get angry enough that I lose my cool." Hang on. Didn't we just hear that she said she doesn't do this? No, I got angry at times, but not into a rage that would cause me to throw anything at him. Bye-bye, you've lied. Straight away. So, the couple's dogs, TK, why am I talking like that? Teacup, Yorkshire Terriers, Pistol and Boo were also discussed in this morning's hearing, when Heard saying she took the blame after the pet was smuggled into the country without the correct paperwork. It was suggested to Heard by Depp's lawyer that she was the boss, and she had tried to get members of her staff to take the blame. She denies all this, obviously. "I was the only one to get charged, so I pled guilty. I took the blame." That's obviously talks about the drugs and everything else. But what we're going to take a look at now is another thing where she actually admitted to punching and beating up Johnny Depp. Amber Heard says she punched Johnny Depp to defend her sister, which again, this has not come out of him before. This has been going on since 2016, and now new things are coming up. So, actor tells court she feared Depp would push her sister down the stairs like he allegedly did to Kate Moss. No, because Kate Moss has come out and said nothing bad about Johnny Depp. Obviously, if that happened, and obviously they're not longer together, she would have said something. Amber Heard, man, you really are. You're literally trying to use all this against people, and it's not working. So, we got Amber Heard admitted punching her ex-husband Johnny Depp, saying it was to prevent him from pushing her sister down a flight of stairs, and claiming he had previously done this to Kate Moss. Giving evidence for the second day, so this was yesterday, she recalled an incident in March 2015 in the couple's LA penthouse when she struck Depp, because she said she wanted to protect her younger sister Whitney. Right, okay. So, again, Dan Wootton, you're the guy who literally yesterday on Good Morning Britain, one of the presenters, he was talking about the case, but he literally stuck up for Amber Heard. Oh, well, Amber's doing this has happened. A lot of us confronted them on Twitter, and he only replied to me, didn't reply to anyone else, and this is what he said. Yeah, as you can see, he didn't respond to anyone else afterwards. He was just basically coming on saying, "We don't have a relationship with this guy anymore, blah, blah, blah." That was it. But this guy used to be on Good Morning Britain and Lorraine every single day. He got a bit too big for his boots, this Dan Wootton guy. But anyway, yeah, going back to the actual article, they go on saying that literally Amber Heard has said, I done this. Yes, I admit to it. But it says here though, "I did struck Johnny that day in defense of my sister. I had heard that I had heard he pushed a former girlfriend, and I think it was Kate Moss, down the stairs. And I thought of that moment and I reacted in defense of his sister. Yep, no chance. See, she's literally now grasping at straws. But we're going to look at one more now, which is from yesterday as well. Elon Musk offered Amber Heard 24 hours, 7 days a week security. Why would he have offered that if he wasn't doing anything to her? You know? Again, because she's not exactly poor. She could afford stuff. And again, she's saying that, oh, this was going on, that was going on. Johnny Depp did all of this to me. But Johnny Depp wasn't in the actual penthouse when these things happened. Elon Musk was. So, Elon Musk offered Amber Heard 24-hour security after she told him she wanted a restraining order against him. She denied Mr. Musk visited her while then husband Mr. Depp was away. Oh my God! Are you serious? We have got evidence. The concierge has showed video evidence of you two in the elevator, snuggling up to each other at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m, when Johnny Depp wasn't there. God damn it. She literally, man, she is just so out there. She's on fucking Pluto now, I'm telling you. It's not going to go well for her. I can see this now, because she's admitted to striking him and hitting him. There's no evidence that he's done anything to her, because there's evidence proving that nothing has happened. And now she's lying about Elon Musk never visited me. Man, I'm telling you, this stuff is just getting out of there. But I just wanted to show you that part there, because that's all it is on that actual article. But all of this, it's not going to go well for him. I can see this now, because everything she has said, people have come out and backed up and said, actually, this happened, you're wrong, Johnny Depp wasn't there, Elon Musk did arrive at the penthouse, because we have video and photographic evidence. So, Miss Heard, I'm sorry about this, but Heard the turd, you are lying. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see all you wonderful people soon.